Have you ever been on a flight so bumpy it felt like you were on a roller coaster? Well, for passengers on a recent Qatar Airways flight from Doha to Dublin, that feeling became a terrifying reality. We'll delve into this incident, exploring the causes of turbulence, the injuries sustained, and the safety protocols airlines follow to ensure passenger well-being. Stick around to find out. Imagine you're settled comfortably in your window seat on Qatar Airways flight QR017, cruising smoothly at altitude. You're lost in a good book when a sudden jolt rocks the plane. At first, you brush it off as a minor air pocket, but then another, stronger bump sends shivers down your spine. Glancing out the window, you see the wing dipping dramatically, and the once calm landscape below looks like a tilted patchwork quilt. The plane lurches violently, tossing passengers and carry-on luggage around the cabin. Screams erupt as people lose their balance, and oxygen masks drop from the ceiling. Flight attendants scramble to their stations, their faces etched with concern as they yell instructions to buckle up. The pilot's voice crackles through the intercom, urging everyone to remain calm and explaining they've encountered unexpected turbulence. For what feels like an eternity, the plane continues to buffet like a toy in a bathtub. Every bump and drop intensifies the fear, and the once familiar hum of the engines becomes a deafening roar. You grip the armrests tightly, knuckles white, silently praying for the ordeal to end. Then, just as abruptly as it began, the violent shaking subsides. The plane rights itself, and a shaky sigh of relief washes over the passengers. But the memory of those terrifying moments will stay etched in their minds for a long time to come. The scene inside the cabin after the turbulence was one of controlled chaos. Disoriented passengers stumbled back to their seats, checking on themselves and their neighbors. Overhead compartments gaped open, spewing a cascade of belongings onto the floor. Books, headphones, even a child's stuffed animal lay scattered amidst the debris. A young woman cradled her arm, wincing in pain. A flight attendant, her uniform slightly askew, rushed over, assessing the situation with a practiced eye. "Looks like a sprain," she said gently, ushering the woman to a nearby seat to elevate her arm and apply a cold compress. In the galley, another attendant knelt beside a crew member who held his forehead, a red welt blooming just above his eyebrow. He'd been thrown against the cabinet when the turbulence hit. Another crew member, clearly shaken but determined, used the plane's intercom to call for medical assistance on landing. As the initial shock subsided, a sense of community emerged. Passengers helped each other gather belongings, offer reassurances, and sharing stories of their experiences. A young boy, tears drying on his cheeks, clutched his mother's hand, comforted by the familiar candy bar another passenger had offered. Despite the lingering disorientation and aches, a wave of relief washed over the cabin. They had survived the ordeal, though some would undoubtedly bear physical reminders of the turbulence. The most important thing was that everyone was alive. Sarah, gripping the armrests so tightly her knuckles were white, squeezed her eyes shut as the plane lurched again. This wasn't the gentle bumpiness she'd occasionally experienced on flights. This was a full-on roller coaster ride, complete with stomach-churning drops and heart-stopping jolts. Her mind raced with terrifying images of plane crashes she'd seen in movies. Across the aisle, a businessman in a crisp suit muttered curses under his breath. His normally composed demeanor was replaced by a mask of pale fear. Suddenly, a loud clatter came from the overhead compartment, followed by a cascade of clothes and toiletries. He flinched, his eyes wide with panic. In the seat behind Sarah, a young couple held hands, their faces ashen. The woman, tears glistening in her eyes, whispered prayers, while the man, his jaw clenched, tried to project a sense of calm. But amidst the fear, there were also moments of unexpected courage. a seasoned traveler in the front row, clearly a frequent flyer, kept a cool head. He offered calming words to his nervous seatmate, reminding her that turbulence was a normal occurrence and airplanes were built to handle it. His voice, firm yet gentle, seemed to anchor those around him. A young flight attendant, her voice trembling slightly, moved through the cabin with a reassuring smile. She checked on passengers, offered glasses of water, and reminded everyone to keep their seatbelts fastened. Her professionalism, despite her own fear, instilled a sense of trust in the passengers. As the worst of the turbulence subsided, a wave of exhaustion washed over the cabin. Relief, tinged with lingering anxiety, settled in. Passengers exchanged shaky smiles and shared stories of their experiences, a sense of camaraderie forming in the face of a shared ordeal. In the aftermath of the turbulent flight, Qatar Airways released a statement expressing their sincere concern for the injured passengers and crew. They assured the public that their top priority was the safety and well-being of everyone on board, and that a full internal investigation was underway to determine the cause of the unexpected turbulence. Meanwhile, Captain Rashid, a veteran pilot with Qatar Airways, provided insight into the challenges pilots face when encountering turbulence. Despite modern, advanced weather forecasting, clear air turbulence can be unpredictable. Pilots use all available resources, such as weather radar and pilot reports, to avoid rough patches, but sometimes turbulence is unavoidable. He highlighted the rigorous training pilots undergo to handle such situations, noting that they learn to adjust flight paths, change altitude, and utilize onboard technology to navigate turbulence as smoothly as possible. He emphasized that passenger safety is paramount and that pilots are trained to react quickly and calmly to ensure everyone's well-being. Back on the ground in Dublin, the injured passengers and crew received medical attention. While most sustained minor injuries like sprains and bruises, the incident served as a stark reminder of the importance of proper safety measures on board aircraft. Flight attendants play a crucial role in ensuring passenger safety during turbulence. Aisha, a lead flight attendant with Qatar Airways, highlighted their extensive training. They learn how to secure the cabin before takeoff and landing, react quickly and efficiently during turbulence, and practice calming passengers while ensuring everyone follows safety protocols such as keeping seatbelts fastened. The incident on Qatar Airways Flight QR017 highlighted the importance of collaboration between pilots, flight attendants, and passengers. By adhering to safety protocols, maintaining a calm demeanor, and working together, everyone on board can contribute to a safe and successful flight, even when encountering unexpected turbulence. As the memory of the turbulent flight fades, imagine yourself settling into your next flight, perhaps a bit more apprehensive than usual. But fear not. Here are some tips from veteran flight attendants to help you navigate turbulence with confidence. First, remember that turbulence is very common, with most flights experiencing it at some point. Airplanes are built to withstand significant amounts of shaking. To be prepared, stay hydrated throughout the flight, as dehydration can worsen anxiety. Keep a water bottle handy and avoid heavy meals before flying to prevent discomfort during turbulence. Securing your belongings is crucial. Store your carry-on luggage securely under the seat or in the overhead compartment to prevent loose items from causing injuries during turbulence. For in-flight jitters, try relaxation techniques like deep breathing exercises. Inhale slowly through your nose and exhale slowly through your mouth to help calm your nerves. Distraction can also be helpful. Download your favorite movies or shows onto your device beforehand, or read a book or listen to calming music to take your mind off the bumps. Knowledge is power. Familiarize yourself with the safety features of the airplane. Knowing where the exits are and how to use your seatbelt can be very reassuring. Most importantly, Trust the crew. Pilots are highly trained professionals who prioritize passenger safety above all else, and flight attendants are there to assist you and answer any questions you may have. So, relax, buckle up, and enjoy your flight. Share your thoughts in the comments below. And if you like this video, click the next one shown on the screen. I'm sure you'll like it. Thanks for watching.